It's the automotive icon of the 1980s, the Mercedes-Benz W123, a bestseller which had delivery waits of up to 2 years. Its popularity was no accident, for it was the result of meticulous planning and intensive research. In 1976, the W123 had some tough shoes to fill. Its assignment? To exceed its /8 predecessor in all respects. Eight years later, the time had finally come. The first W123s were delivered, and over the coming years, a total of 6.7 million were to follow. The successful sedan and coupe variants were joined for the first time by a Mercedes-Benz station wagon. It was the birth of the estate. The first sketches came from the design studio in Sindelfingen. Closely based on the /8, the design also reflected the lines of the S-Class of the day. 3 years before its world premiere, the design was already finalized, and only a few details were changed thereafter. Beneath the body was a structure that really was ruggedly built. With unprecedented effort and expense, accidents were staged, reconstructed, and researched both on the road and in the lab. In developing the predecessor of the E-Class, major emphasis was placed on passive safety. Not only were there crush zones designed in to protect the occupants, numerous crash tests led to the development of a safety steering column, which, in the event of an accident, was designed to deform in a specific, predefined way to reduce the risk of occupant injury. During the first driving test, the newly developed chassis had to prove itself. The new steering geometry with a zero scrub radius keeps the W123 safely on course, even if it has a flat tire. Whenever human test drivers weren't precise enough, the driver's simulator came into use. In fact, the W123 drove many test kilometers without human assistance. Even today, prototypes are still tested under extreme conditions. Even so, we're not going to encounter a combination like this on an Alpine pass anymore. Right up until just before series production, W123 prototypes were tested all over the world. In South America, as well as in Africa. The W123 had to always exhibit the same degree of reliability. A wind tunnel and climate chamber are mandatory in vehicle development. For a vehicle in the upper intermediate segment, the obsessive attention to detail goes yet another step further. No matter whether it's the ashtray or the floor mats, each component is put through its paces and tested completely. In hindsight, the extensive testing proves that each and every test was really worth it. The entire model series 123 deserves a rating of above and beyond worthy. That's why what once was a sought-after used car has now long become a classic one.